Welcome to the Great Lakes Fishing Podcast. We're happy to have with us today a new guest, Tom Andrus. Tom, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you having me on.
That's great to have you. And we're talking about something fishing related, but very, very different than what we typically talk about here on the show. Tom, you are a volunteer with B4K, and you're putting on what's called the 16th annual Dreamweaver Charity Salmon Tournament. Proceeds going to Benefit for Kids. Tell us a little bit about Benefit for Kids and what it does.
Well, Benefit for Kids is a 501c3 charity. It was started by the Prey family, and the charity officially started in 1998. But what had happened is they had unfortunately lost their teenage daughter, to a tragedy, and not too far past that tragedy, Steve, her father, had heard about a young man that was going to go on a elk hunt with Make-A-Wish, and that trip was actually canceled, and they had that young man ended up having to take something that wasn't associated with hunting because Make-A-Wish was getting a lot of pushback from some of their donors about hunting type stuff. So great, Make-A-Wish, great organization, but it was just a role that they couldn't fill. And after Steve had heard about that, he heard about a young Michigan man that wanted to go on a buffalo hunt. And so he put together an archery gathering that all the proceeds went to send this young man on that buffalo hunt. And so after that, it just kind of started. That was going to be a one-time deal, but it just grew into people were talking about what a great thing this was. We should really start something up, and Benefit for Kids was born. So Benefit for Kids sends life-limited and life-threatened kids below the age of 18 on wish-type trips that have something to do with the outdoors. So it might be a hunting trip, it might be a fishing trip, it might be a trip to, they've sent kids on houseboat adventures, they've sent kids on, one young man went to San Diego and went on a boat and, did wildlife tours, whale watching. Some kids like to go see the dolphins. And so they do that sort of stuff. But as long as it has something to do with being outdoors, Benefit for Kids will help a kid. And one of the things about Benefit for Kids is they're very blessed with donations and so forth. But what they're not blessed with is a big marketing group. It's 100% volunteer. Nobody's paid. All the money goes to the kids' trips. So what they really are looking for is anyone that might know someone. Go to b4k.org and you can sign up a kid. There's the sign up forms are right there. They're always looking for kids to send on trips. So that's as long as we can get the word out as much as we can.
Yeah, they've got that website. It's b4k.org. It's just the letter B, the number 4, the letter K.org. You can go there and sign up any child with a life-threatening or life-limiting disease to take one of these trips. And again, dolphin and whale experiences, fishing trips, horseback, dude ranch experience, hunting trips, pretty much any type of unique outdoor adventure. They've got them there. And you guys have a great group of people willing to do these trips and take people out, fulfill these things. But really the goal for this company is to remove boundaries, take away the cost, a lot of people want to do these things and they don't know how to do them. But providing mentors, providing people that have that expertise that can take them out there. Tom, tell us a little bit how you got involved with this. This is something I can just tell by the way you're talking that's pretty important to you.
Yeah, it is. And one of the things that I also didn't mention is they'll send the entire family. It's the kid and any of the brothers and sisters, the mom and dad. So it's a complete family experience that doesn't have something to do with a hospital or going to a doctor's appointment or trying to figure out how to pay the medical bills or any of that sort of stuff. It gives that family a memory to cherish forever as a family. And so that's that's one of the best things about that group. And we started, a friend of mine actually started what we called the Dreamweaver Challenge. This was probably 20 years ago. And it was one of those things where we were all new guys just starting out and stuff. We all had 16-foot aluminum boats and all that jazz, and decided we wanted to make something where everybody was playing on a level playing field. So we came up with an idea of everybody had to use the same lures. A friend of ours, Rich Mead, came up with the idea, and it became a pretty big deal. We would get more and more guys signing up, throw a couple bucks in a hat type of deal. And Rich had seen that I had been involved in another charity tournament. He said, we should make the Dreamweaver into a charity event. And so 16 years ago, we did that. We used to pay, it was like $75 to get 9 lures at a discounted price. And we would only fish with those. As soon as we turned it into a charity event, Shane from Dreamweaver said, you know what, I'll go ahead and donate all the lures that you guys use for the tournament. So we started doing the $75 would go directly to the charity. And then we did a raffle afterwards, and Fishhawk has been wonderful to us and donated almost every year that we've been running this event, different local people, charter captains and so forth. And so we're at the point now where we're raising almost, between $12,000 and $15,000 a year to send the kids on trips. But we limit our tournament to, it was 50. Now it's 54 just because it makes it easier for Shane to send us stuff. He doesn't have to break open his boxes, but we limit it every year because we kept on seeing events that would start up and kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger and kind of lose what was driving them. I'm sure everybody's ran into that before. And so we that 50 boats was kind of our niche. We send out emails to people that have been in it before to pre-register them. And we usually have, 40 or so boat captains from the year before will sign up the next year. And then we'll open it up to 10 to 14 new people, and usually fills up the day that we open it. But so we've got a great group of people that have been doing it year to year. In fact, a lot of the raffle prizes that we have for the raffle have been coming from different boat captains. And we've got charter guys that have fished it with us. Again, if you're a charter boat or you're a 14-foot aluminum boat, you still got to use the same lures. So everybody's playing, knowledge and all that sort of stuff, obviously, that play a role. But it's been a good run. We've raised a lot of money. A lot of people have had a lot of fun, and the guys that I talk to are like, this is what we look forward to every year. So,
yeah, it sounds really cool. Very unique structure that you guys are running with that tournament, with everyone using the same lures. Yeah. Is it a secret, or can you tell us what lures everyone's using this year?
No, we do hold it a secret, actually. But, we've often thought about putting out like a little teaser to do it, but it just ended up being, for some reason, the day before everybody comes and picks up their captain's packs, and that's when the cat's out of the bag. But we do 7 spoons, 2 flashers and flies, a meat rig, a whirly gig, and a plug. And again, everybody gets the same exact stuff. A bunch of people come over to my house the weekend before, and we all pack the captain's packs and stuff, and then send it off to the guys on that Friday before the tournament. So,
yeah, I like the 54 boats too, so that way Shane doesn't have to count special. He can just put cases out, because counting to more than 5 might be pretty difficult. So just makes it easy. Case pack quantities for Shane Rubianis to put together for you guys. So that's really nice of you to help him out that way. You guys are fishing based out of Muskegon, but you can fish out of any port, and then the weigh-in is at 1:00.
Yep.
The other thing with this, it's a charity tournament, so you guys are going to give out $250 for big fish, but there's no prize money involved. Basically, what they're playing for are tickets for this raffle. So tell us a little bit about what it's like at the end of the tournament and kind of how that weigh-in and how all of that works at the end.
Yeah, so we pay out in raffle tickets the top 10 spots. And again, it's one of those things where if sometimes if large amounts of money start getting involved, the attitude of the day or the event might change. So we've tried to remove that best we can and kind of go towards that, and then everybody can buy raffle tickets there. We have the people weighing in. They start weighing in at about 11:00. Again, the last person's got to be in line at 1. We have normally the president or one of the board members of Benefit for Kids will be there. Often we'll have a kid that's been on a trip. We'll come to the weigh-in and kind of talk about their trip and their experience. Their parents will talk about what it meant to them. The president will tell everybody about the charity, and then we'll start calling off those guys that actually were lucky enough to catch some fish, and then we do the raffle after that. It's been a great run. I mean, like I said, we've probably one of our most memorable events, and we kind of do it where we don't have a secondary day or anything like that. We don't do that. We say it's up to the captain. If he feels safe to go out, he can go out. If he doesn't, but it's completely their call. And one year, I think it was 3 years ago, I think there was like 5 to 6 footers and barely anybody that went out. One guy caught one 16-inch lake trout, and it was the only fish that was caught for the entire tournament. He won the $250 and the tickets and stuff, and we still raised like $13,000 that year because everybody came to the raffle. Even though they didn't fish, they all came to that afterwards, and everybody said, you know what, it was one of the most memorable ones we've ever had because kind of the brotherhood and the fellowship of it.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a great group of folks fishing with you there to be able to do that and pull off that kind of fundraising, even though they didn't get to fish. I think that's sounds like that is the whole key to the whole thing. And it sounds like the 54 boats that you've got involved and the captains that keep coming back and the folks that keep coming back fishing the tournament are the people you want. It sounds like a really, really good time. And we just wanted to help you guys spread the word about this. You can go to Facebook, look up Dreamweaver Charity Salmon Tournament, or again, go to that website. It's just the letter B, the number 4, the letter K, b4k.org to learn more about Benefit for Kids. Tom, is there anything that you wanted to talk about today that I didn't ask you about?
No, again, I just wanted to say thanks to you guys. Thanks to Trevor for being there every year for us and helping us out with the raffle and everything. It's been going on these trips and seeing the parents when they come back and talking about the trips and the tears coming down their eyes. I mean, it gives me chills just talking about it right now. So it's a heck of a thing.
Tom, thanks so much for doing this, and thanks to all the volunteers and everyone involved for doing this. Is obviously, we go fishing, we have a good time, but there are people out there that are really going through a lot of things, and if you can help them just get through some of these times by having fun, and we're actually having fun in doing this, but it's actually helping other people that are just kind of struggling in life right now with a lot of things going on. So appreciate what you do, what the volunteers do, and what everyone involved in this event are doing to help out people who really could use it. So really appreciate you coming on today, Tom, to talk about this.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks everyone for listening and watching. We'll talk to you next time.